Okay, we thank God for another great opportunity tonight. And good evening, sirs. Good evening, ma. I'm here for how to use PowerPoint presentation. How to use PowerPoint presentation. That's the next training we are on to now. And mainly, why have we done this? Is just so that it can connect with the last training. The very last training was how to create your own course. How to create your own course. Okay. So this time we are into turning your course into a stunning PowerPoint in 60 minutes. Grace of God will be sufficient for us in Jesus' name to do it. Okay. So there's no way I can explain this to you without us generating a course. Even if it's Christian-based course, I don't mind. So everyone on your phone, where your own PowerPoint will be located will be different. I have to alert us on that first. Everyone, where your own PowerPoint will be located will be different. But for me, if I click on the Windows, which is this sign, I can click on it because the new laptops and the Windows system they are giving us nowadays is different. I can type PowerPoint, okay, and it becomes an app. It can easily open for me because it's already open. It might not respond, or it might just respond and send me back. So you see, it just opened to me now because I'm pretending as if I have not opened it. So, but for those who are on the phone, if you don't have PowerPoint on your phone, you can actually see it on your phone, on the Play Store rather. You can just type Microsoft PowerPoint. You'll be able to see it there. Okay, so I'll just run through some of the menus there, and then we can go from there. So this one has brought us to home, which is why we are here. As usual, because we're going for basic now, what you want to do, let me come out of this one and and go back to new. Now I want to show you what it looks like before it turns to this one. So it's going to look something like this, and especially when you find this option here, you're going to click on blank presentation. That is if you feel you can design it from the start. So there are some people you know what you need, so you might not have time to go and do a lot of designs. Whereas some people, you can create it, you're very creative, you can start from the scratch. So if let's say you want designs, you can see my own is different because I've got a different I think I've got an enterprise version, okay, which is more of for business. So I've got various options here that instead of me having to design what the PowerPoint presentation is going to look like, I can just pick from here. And if you look at the top right, it says more themes. So if I click on it, it's going to come up with more options for me. More options, especially if you're new to it and you just want to like get something doing for a start or give it a try. This is it. You have various options there for you. Sometimes some apps, some of this PowerPoint, you can actually, there's a way they receive packs. They call it packs, and they will download it onto the PowerPoint, and then it will give you more presentation. Okay, so it's like that pack is like a package of more themes like this that have already been prepared, and once you upload it onto your system, it can save it there for you. Now, depending on what you want, if you want education, or you're looking for charts or diagrams, you can click on here, just so that it doesn't waste your time if you're searching. And you can see there's a lot more here. There's a lot here on what you can choose. Okay, even organizational chart is here. Various organizational charts. project analysis, etc. is on there, and it's even giving you further options. Oh no, I thought no, it didn't come up with that. And then we can also search. We can also, if you whichever one you want. So let's say I want something relating to education, don't have time to prepare, you can easily just click on education, enter, and look at how various lovely options are there, and then you can pick whichever one interests you. Various education options, whichever subject you want to teach is on there. And if you feel okay, I think oh wow, but I really like creativity, then you go to blank presentation. Okay, most of the time for me, I choose blank presentation because of the amount of training I have to do. I haven't got time for design, and I'll show you why I haven't got time for design very shortly. Because like a few days ago, I ran 18 trainings in one day. Even today, I couldn't continue. I couldn't do much because I just needed to have some rest. So in one day, 18 training, when I have other things to sort out. Imagine how exhausted that can be, and which means it will affect. If I have to then add designing on top of it, it can really affect me. So I didn't go into that. Now, this version that I have now, they have what is called Create with AI. So from the home, you can actually give it a try to create presentations in minutes. But this is another, it's coming up. So, but it depends on what you want. AI slides depends on what is on your own presentation. So you can see on here. In fact, I keep saying this, but even myself, I've not used it. So I should have actually been using it. So for instance, let's say I select this template and I say to it, let's think of information. So let's say we want to teach youth about teaching youth about the foundation of Sunday school. Foundation of Sunday school in 10 slides using at least 5 scriptures and history behind Sunday behind Sunday school. So this is like ChatGPT now. The only difference is that this one is more of AI slides. So I can then say, give every slide an introduction and ensure that there is a detail. Thank you for joining. Understanding for a young person in primary school. So we want to try and generate that. Now this is a new terrain for me as well. So we're going to do it together, see what it looks like. Now let's see. Okay. Now it's asking me to unlock free now. So that means it's likely not to be free later. Anyway, let's see what it brings to us. Let's see what it's bringing to us before we go into what exactly happens with our normal presentation. Okay. Anyway, while that one is generating, we'll come back to it. I'm just using strategy to wait for anyone else who is still kind of waiting to join. Right. It looks like it's even done. Let's see. Okay. So we're going to click create slides because it's done. Let's see what it comes up to be. The story of Sunday school. Wow. Let's see. Because sometimes it doesn't really generate well. The one I use doesn't really generate well, but let's see. This one, I've been looking at it and ignoring it. The reason why I ignore it is like I've tried it with ChatGPT, I've tried it with Copilot, it's not generating well, so I need to try and get it sorted myself. So, wow, let's see what it comes up with. This is looking good. The only thing is that for me, I don't like the color. I don't like the color, for instance, but I think we can easily change color. Ooh, this is actually very good. Now it's giving us 34, which is very interesting. I asked it for 10 slides. It's going all the way to 34. It doesn't understand my English in that sense. Okay, let's see. But at least we can see from here that, wow, this is actually really good. That this is actually a lot. This is actually very good and very easy. But as you can see, there is a paid it's a paid version. Yes, thank you. At finance, thank God that you joined. So you can see there that they said they've given us just 2 trials. After that, we have to pay. Okay. So, but at least we can see something is setting up the way we want, especially if you have a lot to do and then you want to get this sorted. So, we've seen that. Now, let's go back into where we were coming from. This is where it led us to. So, the template is the same one we're talking about. Create with templates. Oh, no, I think it's the same slide thing. Okay. Which will lead us back to asking us for trials again. But at least we can see that there are slides here. So your version may not have this. It may. I don't know the version you have. But let's try and go on to plain. Okay. A plain presentation. Now, from here, I will start clicking on each one of them. We've seen some of what's going on here. This one gives us a bit of information. Save as. When you finish your PowerPoint, you can actually save it as Adobe PDF. Okay, this WPS is another Microsoft Office type. Okay, that they get paid. They charge for it. So I don't know whether it's available there. And then you can click on more options to find out what's going on there, but I'm not going to click on that. This is home. This is mostly where we need. So on home, you copy anything, you can easily click on paste. And these 3 options, it depends on how you want to paste it, but I don't really use it because it doesn't give me too much strength, too much issues. So let's try one thing now. Let's try one thing. Let me just go and copy one of the information on there, and then we what is it? Yeah. So let me try and copy one of these. Where is it? Right. Okay. Okay. So let me just copy like maybe something like this. 1 second. Listen or download, so that we can see what it looks like there. And then I'll go to PowerPoint. So I've just done Ctrl+C there, and then Ctrl+V, and let's see what it comes out to be. Right. Good. Okay. So this version has kind of changed as well. So let's see. For me to paste, you can see that various options. That is a smaller option there. It's telling me some. You can see how small it is, and then if I use the destination theme, so it will use exactly what it was while I was coming, and keep text only. These are times when you have designs and all that, and you just say keep text only, so you keep the text only for you. Now, by now, we know that cut is Ctrl+X. You can easily just say If it's too simple, let me know. Like if you're thinking, I know all this already, let's move on, please do let me know. Okay, if we have like 3 or 4, somebody is trying to join but their audio is not on. There is asking to B and Joy only men trying to join but they don't have audio on. So I don't know if somebody can help them out, if they can signify in the room, in the chat, in the WhatsApp group, then somebody will help you out. Okay, if you're struggling to have audio, please feel free to just put your message in the chat room. Okay, so but for us, for every one of us joining both on WhatsApp and on the free conference call, if you feel this is too simple, let me know, and then we can. Oh, you can hear. Okay, that's fine. Then we can continue. Then we can move faster. But cut is usually Control C. Control C. So I can just click on this now and say, well, I don't want everything here, and I just do Control C. Now I think I've put too much information on this system. Control X, not Control C. I'm sorry. Control X, yeah, and then I can put Control V. Control C is copy. Okay, so if I just want to copy this and move it somewhere else, I can just say Control C. Yeah, but if I want to remove everything totally, Control X. And if let's say it was a mistake, you can just say Control Z, and it's going to be back. So that everything, all those 2 that I've done, they are here now. 2 of them. Control X, Control V is there, so you can copy and paste. Control C is copy. And now from here, we also talk about slides. You can choose your layout or what you want your slide to be, especially if you choose a new version. You can click on new slide. Okay, you'll see what's going to happen. If I keep clicking on new slide, it will give me new slides. Okay, and I can choose the layout of my slide. Okay, because sometimes when you have empty slides like this, sometimes if it comes empty, it will come with like, look, add title. But there are times when sometimes we mistakenly delete this part, and if you do, you will not be able to type on it. You have to go and look for another one which is somewhere. I will come to that, then I'll be able to type. But you can choose, if depending on what you want. Maybe you just want to talk about pictures. Okay, like those who are like into like bag making, shoe making, and all that. You want to showcase all the product that you've made before, or compare how a good shoe or how a good bag looks different from a bag that is not good. You can use all these ones, okay, because it allows you to just click on, and then you'll be able to search for the image, and it will appear just in this box. Okay, that's why you have those slides there. And then we go on to fonts. In font, we have different options there. You can choose, all the theme fonts. You can choose whichever one you like from there. If you don't like it, just change over. And then you can change the font. Let's go back to the first one to make it easy. And then you can change the font size, because I want to try and practice with everyone. So you can change the font size from there to whatever. You can see the more I move, the more it becomes smaller. Whichever one you want. If you want it bigger, just drop, and then it drops. And then B is to make it bold. If you don't want it to be bold again, remove it. I is italicized. If you don't want it, just press it again. U is underline. If you don't want it, just remove. And with the S, you can see what it did. It kind of makes it a bit thicker. If you don't want it, just remove. There are sometimes when we are writing stuff, but we need a strike. They call it click through, something like that. If you don't want it, you can easily remove these things. You understand? And sometimes we are writing, we feel that, especially those who are writing projects sometimes, if you know how to use Microsoft Word, then a bit of these things you would understand already. If you want it to be more loose, or you want it to be more tight or very tight, that's what that is there for. On here, You can choose which one you want. Do I want everything to be uppercase and lowercase, or you want every word to be capital, or you want a toggle case? Okay, that's what that is there for. And then paragraph. Paragraph is just when you have center, justified, like aligning left, aligning right, justified. Justified is usually the one that looks like center. Yeah, this one, that's the justified rather, and this is the centralized one. You want everything to go to the left, or you want everything to start from there, just to have a nice design to your work. Now, again, if you decide, I'm going to use this smaller one. If you decide, I'm going to put some highlights. I'm going to highlight some things I need to do. You can just click on that option there. It gives you various nice styles for your bullets and numbering. And there's another thing that, like, if you don't want all those bullet style, you want numbers. There we go. And sometimes you want to align to the right, to the left, because sometimes when you're writing it, you don't like the way it is. Shall I move it to the left, or shall I move it to the right? Shall I move it more? You can see what this one is doing is, because it's shifting, it's either reducing it, because that's, in essence, that's what's going to happen. Okay, then here you have, the more I give you line spacing option, the more you see it moving. Okay, usually start from 1.0, 1.5, 2 points. Okay, yeah, we're done with that. Text direction is simply, yeah, if you want it to be 120, 190 degrees, etc., you want it to be stacked, that's text direction. And going back on there again, there are sometimes we write stuff, we want them to be converted to smart art. This is where we get that smart art. This is where we get that smart art. You can choose whatever you like there, depending on what the message is. And as soon as you click on that, it gives you various options. What would you like? And now it's coming up with just one, because I've only got one thing. Now if I add more stuff there, or I just even give them space, you will see it's going to turn to 3. So it's kind of almost getting more automated than ever before. Now the shapes, again, easy for us to just pick and drop. And if you don't want it, just say Control Z. Now if you pick a shape and you feel that you can turn it to different options or different colors, based on, depending on what you need it for. Okay, there are some of them I'll have to jump, if we don't mind, so that we can go to exactly where we are going. Now I think it's essential for me to teach you this aspect. There are sometimes when you are writing and you put a text there just like this, but I don't want it to cover what I'm writing. What do I then do? You go here. It's either you want to bring to front the text, send it backwards, or send to back. Let me click on it very well. Oh dear. Okay, I actually need only the black rectangle. Okay. Pastor Igbo, please, sir, can you help me let Pastor Ada know that we shifted the time? So I will start their own training after. It's calling me now. God help me now that we'll be able to sort this one out.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So,
hello, ma.
Yes, sir.
Observation, ma, before you continue, ma.
Yes, sir.
You are training us as university graduates. So maybe yes, maybe you calm down little bit.
Okay, you mean I'm too fast, Sabi?
That?
You mean I'm too fast or?
Yes.
I'm sorry, oh. I'm sorry.
So you
Okay.
are not you are not PhD student. You are just learning.
Okay, no problem. Because we are still coming
Okay.
to practice very well using the
Mm.
document, using the information. So I'm just kind
Mm.
of running it through for us, and because it's going to be recorded,
Mm.
that's
Mm.
the reason.
Mm.
Apologies. Thank you for the observation, sir.
Yes.
So let me know where I'm going too fast. It's still calling me. So I was trying to explain send backward and forward. So let's assume, because if this one is not working, it will. It's still calling me. So you can bring to front. Sometimes this one may not work. Bring to front or bring backward. So like I said, well, we're going to practice it in the real work shortly. So, but I just want to kind of run it through for us. Okay, let's use two images because sometimes they want to respond to each other. Okay, so let's try images together. And where were we now? Okay, I know why. It didn't move. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Um, I'm trying to remember where we were. Okay, we're on drawing. So this is still the same drawing. Arrangement, bring to front or send to back. As you can see, that one disappeared. Okay, we can send it to back, and then this one stays at the back. This one is in front. Okay, so that's a little bit that I can teach us, because this session, we can't finish doing everything about PowerPoint today. But I want us to have a taste of how you can use it for your presentation. Okay, so we are going to go straight into. If you have any questions, by the way, please put them in the diaspora group as well. So I want to show us the slideshow when you go into training. Okay, some of these things, they are just because I have another app that recognizes all this. That's why you see them. So, but I want to show us. I want to give us even design. We've already talked about it a bit, so I won't go too much into it. But slideshow. So let's assume I've written everything. So I will go to another PowerPoint now. So let's assume this is it. This is the one of the ones I trained yesterday. Okay, now I'm ready. I've designed everything. Now it's time to work. It's time to actually teach. What do I do? Once I connect myself with my maybe free conference called Zoom, you open your PowerPoint just as I have done, and then to keep it flowing, you have to click on slideshow. You have to click on slideshow, and then you say begin from the beginning. And then from that beginning, let's say you have 10-20 people around. Hello everyone. And on your keyboard or using your mouse, you can easily click and keep moving. You can keep moving from there. Okay, so that is in a nutshell what we are looking at. Now we want to now create our own one, our own plain one now. So let's go and create ours. Now before we go, let me ask anyone any questions, anything that you feel you've gone too far and I really need to grab it, even though we're still going to show it. Please let me know now. Feel free to let me know now before we go ahead.
Good evening, ma. Can you hear me, ma?
Yes. We can hear you, ma.
Okay, ma. Please, I want to ask because I didn't get you when you started the training. I was still trying to join.
Okay.
Although I already joined on WhatsApp, so basically I don't know which website are you using for the training.
It's free conference call. This one at the top here. So I just put here.
Yes, I know.
You mean PowerPoint? PowerPoint presentation. PowerPoint presentation is an app on your phone.
Okay, it's an app.
Yeah, on your phone or on your.
Download it from Play Store.
That's right. Just type.
Okay.
Just type.
PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, just type PowerPoint. Thank you. Now for those of us that are here on the any other person has any question, please. Any other person, any question? Don't forget, it's going to be recorded and it will be posted on the platform, on the YouTube platform. So you can, with YouTube, there's a way you can make it slow. So you can easily make it slow but I like to actually show us what it really looks like. So that's why there's no way we can cover everything at once. Okay? So for some of us, I've shown us the slideshow, what it looks like. Okay? Last time when we did the training, I showed us this may not be available in everybody's app. So that's why I'm a bit worried to show us this designer. So like I said, if you've only clicked blank and you want to be quick, you've done everything, but you just want some touch of design, this will give you relevant designs or something that you can choose from. This is one I use mostly, but not every app has it, because I think my own, the version of Microsoft PowerPoint I'm using is different. Okay, this is like enterprise version. So let's go back to ChatGPT, because we won't be able to do this or understand it very well without ChatGPT. So if there's anyone you want me to look into your own course, you have a course idea and you want me to use it, please feel free to tell me now and we'll use it. Anyone, you have a course idea. So this is PowerPoint infused into ChatGPT, also infused into actually setting up your PowerPoint as well. So anyone has any course idea, something that you've been meaning to actually teach the world, teach, when I say the world, teach people around you, and you've been wondering, like, how do I get this sorted? Even if it's how to write a book, I'm here for you. Give me a topic, please. Anyone, any topic? Any topic to give me? Don't tell me you haven't got topic. Oh, give me a topic, please. Anybody has any even if it's in the church?
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, what I have is more of how to put an end to procrastination. Basically,
how
procrastination.
To do what? How to
procrastination.
Okay, how to end procrastination. Now let's go. Thank you for that. How to end procrastination. So let's do. Now you are the tutor. I will say to ChatGPT, I would like to teach people on how to end procrastination. Do you have a particular age group? We are on ChatGPT now. For those of us that are on WhatsApp, we're on ChatGPT now. So maybe you may want to give it a try, but don't worry, it's going to be recorded. Do you have any idea, any age group you want to talk to? Like, are they primary school children? Are they secondary school? Are they adults?
Basically, adults, please.
Okay, okay. I am teaching adults. What sort of age group? Are you focusing on men or women or everyone?
Everyone from age 20 upward.
Okay, adults from age 20 and above. Okay, I want you to give me let's say you want just 10 slides, 10 slide presentation focusing on various factors that lead to procrastination, and I can say don't forget to define the word and give examples. Are these people church focused or just anyone anywhere?
Okay, we can make it church focused.
Okay, so give examples from the Bible as well as from the world of work and business. We can also say give me a best selling PowerPoint presentation ideas for this slide, as I will be teaching people from all over the world. Okay, now we have to look at which profession is more related to procrastination. Psychology. So I will say, oh, someone, let me mute, sorry. So I'll say think and act like a psychologist. Like a psychologist. Now, let's see what it gives us. Because this is what we need to copy onto PowerPoint. But I want us to like design it properly, just like we did last time. So while he's busy creating his own, this is what is that shows us that it's not finished. So my sister, sorry, I didn't get your name. Tell me as I scroll up, if or scroll down, if it's what you're looking at. So that's the presentation title: End Procrastination: The Psychology of Taking Action. How to break the cycle of delay and unlock your full potential. So as I scroll, please let me know if it's sounding like what you would like to say.
Yes, it is.
It does. Okay. So I will copy it, even though this is one thing I don't like about what's it called, about ChatGPT, because it kind of makes it scanty somehow. But I will then copy this. Well, maybe it's me. Some people like it that way. I want to take it to another app called 1 second. I want to take it to another app called Copilot. So you can also download Copilot on your app. It's Microsoft as well, Microsoft Copilot. One thing with Copilot is if you are registered, you might be able to use it for as much as possible, and it will be able to respond to you, maybe even with 3 images or 4 images. So I'm going to copy and paste, which I've already done, and I'll say, can you make these 10 slides, please? And then let's see what it's going to bring. Is this one normally finds the information for you? That's what Copilot does. And if you don't like it either, you can easily say. So you can see that it gave us a bit more information. This is why I use Copilot, because it's kind of more detailed for me. Now, there's something I'm looking at here from this. Like slide 7, the hidden cost of procrastination. Procrastination costs more than time, it costs money, etc. So I can easily copy this slide and say, can you give, copy and paste it back and say, in slide 7, it recognizes even if I don't put full stop. In slide 7, can you please give one sentence per highlight? Yeah, well, per highlight, interesting. Per highlight, and resend. So you say and, because otherwise it's going to just come back to you with slide 7. Resend the entire slide. So let's see what it brings. So I do that especially because of my own projects, because I know it's a global project. So as much as possible, I try. See, even though I told it to come back with the entire slide, see what it did to me. It just brought me slide 7. Okay, so I'm going to say, now resend the end. Oh, I know why. I made a mistake. I said entire slide. Entire presentation, not slide. Resend the entire presentation. Okay. So we'll manage this one because of our time. So you see what is done there. It's copied each slide for us, but unfortunately it's unable to turn it to a proper presentation for us. Even though ChatGPT can do that, but when you open it, you won't even like it. So that's why I don't use it. Now go back to our PowerPoint presentation. This is the most important part I want you to watch out for, because you wonder there's only one slide here. When are we going to finish pasting everything? That is going to really be a waste of time. No, it won't. What you need to do is go to view. When you get to view, there is normal. Normal is the usual way we see it. There is outline view. This is the part I want everybody to notice, even though it's going to be recorded, so thank God for that. Outline view. So on this outline view, put your cursor there and then Control V. Okay? What you will then notice on this right part, you can see, even though we've done that, see, it's only one white slide, only one slide that we can see. But we have power over it. So I'll start with deleting what I don't want, and I will start, this is slide 1. I will start deleting, because I don't really want it to be showing slide 2. I click enter. Enter will give me another slide. So you take your cursor to where it says slide, that slide number, and then you click enter. It doesn't look like it's right now, but I will show you that it's all coming to normal shortly. Enter again. Okay, I get to slide 5. Enter. Slide 6. Just look for where it is. That's why it's always good to say, give me 10 slides, give me 5 slides. So it will automatically give you the slide number. But if you don't say that, you just say, I need a presentation, it can just give everything to you without slide number. And then you have to be looking for, where do I start, where do I stop? Now, there's one thing I'm looking at on slide 7. You can see that it's quite a lot. I can choose to look for halfway through and click enter. So it's divided that slide into 2 for me. And then I move into slide 8. I click enter. If anyone is practicing, feel free to message me if you're struggling. But it's good that it's recorded. And then another click. And the last part, slide 10. Okay, once you've done that, go on to normal. You click on normal. When you click on normal, it will show you this. Okay, that shows us that we didn't have to waste our time be clicking one slide. All the slides are ready for us now because we were pressing enter. That enter key on our keyboard. Now, this doesn't look presentable. We can't train with it. And this is where we then go to home. For some people, if your app can't do it, you have to manually get it sorted. Like be doing that, be changing the be changing the size. So, for instance, font is too big. I might need to reduce it to like 28 so that it can stay in the box, which is so long. So please, I don't know if it works on your phone. To make life easy for yourself, check um check the designer one. Okay, check the designer one. And if there's I mean, this one, I don't think I got it for something very expensive. If I remember very well, it's like, I don't know what is the exchange rate now. It's something about maybe 3,000 naira, something like that. That's the maximum is 5,000 naira for this very version that I'm using, but it's mainly for your laptop. This is for those who are on laptop. Your phone, I don't know much about, because every phone is different. So let's go on to the design part, the one I love. Yeah, but even on the design part, before you get there, you can choose, well, I want the font to be this. I don't want it to be centralized. The good thing about it is that the design has done some of them for us. So let's go. But
Excuse me, what like a question, ma? Please, are you still on Copilot? Is that what you're using, ma?
no, I moved from Copilot. I moved from Copilot to, I copied what I did on Copilot and I pasted it on PowerPoint.
Okay, PowerPoint.
Yes, I pasted it from that PowerPoint, which on your phone. For those who are online, can you see my screen at all? Because it seems that is oh,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Those on free conference call, can you still see my screen even though it disappeared for a few minutes? Please let me know if you can still see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay, sorry, just got frozen for. So, designer, right? Interesting. And then designer, here we are. From designer side, you can choose anything you like here, whichever one you feel looks okay for you. You understand? Even though some of the designs, for me, as a professional, I don't like some of them, but for the work I'm doing, I just say to myself, anything that is just easy, easy to go for now until I get help, somebody can help me, focus on it, or you understand. So you can choose any design depending on the people you're talking to. You get it? So we're going to try and go around the whole design. Sometimes I just pick one design per all of them, especially those times when you are running late. You need to quickly catch up with these people. Yeah, I'll come and show you now for all these ones on the right. I mean, well, to I'll come and show you how to turn them to the left if you don't want it. Okay, so just click. You just click and it moves. You just click and it changes, because we have to try and find a way to work faster, especially if you're building an institution based on what you're doing. Then you really want to look for anything that will make you work faster. That's what we are doing now. Anything that will make you work faster, okay, to build your empire, your business empire, or if it's spiritual based. And then sometimes I can come back and choose anyone I like. Now, some of the things I've explained before, I now want to re-explain them. So, for instance, I can decide, well, I don't really like the way this topic is. I want it to be centralized. So you come to paragraph, you see that one that is in the center, you click on it, it brings it to the center. I want the font to be different from every other font. Then you come onto font again, you pick one option that you feel you may like on here. Okay, anyone that you feel you may like that is looking good to you. People normally use Times New Roman, like professionally. Times New Roman is respected in the UK, as well as in fact they love Times New Roman like something else in the UK. Where is it? Times New Roman. You can easily type it anyway. Yeah, so Times New Roman, press enter. Okay, so I've changed the font. Now it's too small, I want a bigger size. Just come here, okay, under the font, and to whatever size you want. Okay, and then you can drop that down. Okay, just click enter. That's what I've done. I put my cursor here to where I want it to go down, and I put it down. Now I can choose that this opening quote is, I want it to be centralized. I just come here, pick center. So you can see that there's more design work to do if you want it that way. Now I can also decide, well, I don't want opening quotes and procrastination, etc., to be in one way. I want to actually have end procrastination separate, psychology of taking time separate, opening quotes close separate. So I'm going to create different slides for it. Now watch what I do in this case. I go to slide 1 because that's what I need. So I do Control C. Control C is simply to copy that slide, and I say Control V. So copy and paste, even though it may not be the same design, but I've copied and pasted. So slide 1, I only need end procrastination there, so I keep that one there. Slide 2, I don't want end procrastination there, so I remove it from here. And then I can easily say again, Control C, Control V. I copy and paste it. That's basically what Control C and Control V mean. And then I don't want slide 2 there. That's it. So I can then I'll show you how to change this to black. You can see up here, it gave me a clue. It gave me a clue that white line there, that tells me that I can change it to black from here. And as you can see, font color. So I change it to black. So now I can come to here. I can remove all this, and I can make this even bigger if that's what I want. So we can go all the way. Let's make it something. And then you will notice all these points here, all these dots here, is for me to be able to expand it. So you can see, I can choose to leave it this way or make it bigger that way. So I bring it to, oh no, sorry, I clicked on the overlay. I bring it to the center because I want it to be at the center. And then, remember we are on slide 2. I remove that. I also want to turn this to black. Black. And maybe I want it to be a bit bigger. Again, you click on, don't just go into here, because especially when you are going to have a lot to do, just click on this box here and click on whatever size you want. You're done. It doesn't mean, like I said, it doesn't mean like if you click it on this, it won't work. But where this one is available, why not? And with this one, again, we want to increase the font. And you want to spread it if you want to. If you don't want to, you can easily move it. So, but just look for these points. So you can do whatever you like with it. Audience engagement, I can choose, I need it to be separate. So Control Z, that's the overlay. You can see that image that I keep touching. That's the overlay. And I can, like I was saying to you, that you can turn this to the right if you don't want it to be on the left. I mean to the left rather. So again, it's either you go and click out there, click this very line, that very thin line, and come to paragraph, and then click on the left indented paragraph. That's all I've done. And the second one as well, I can do all that if I don't want any of it to be right indent. I want it to be left indentation. I just do that, and I'm done. Okay, you can apply the same to each and every one. Okay, I think at this point, I can then show us. There are some other things, but I don't really want us to go too deep into that, because gone are the days where they go on to transition, flying in, flying. I think that one is good for the young. Well, I don't know how it works in Nigeria, but for us here, they've decided that it's a distraction. It's a distraction to the major training, so they don't really use it anymore, as well as the animations. I think sometimes it's only when you have those open, lovely, long events. But if it's for training, they feel that all these other things that we put, they are a big distraction. So for years now, we don't go too deep into these two. Now, all that we've done since, so of course I want us to be able to ask me a question before we go. We go onto slideshow. We want to see what it's going to look like when I start presenting, or when the person starts presenting. So let's see what is going on. And procrastination, the psychology of taking action. Yeah, doesn't mean this is the greatest design. Like I said, feel free to design it the way you like. Okay, especially let's say you have a particular message that you want people to know. You can just easily copy that, paste that on a new slide like I did. Okay, so that's basically what we've done. I mean, this one that just happened now is fine. Okay, so you want to change the color. I just feel you need to know that one. Let's assume you don't like a particular color. Yeah, or maybe you feel like I think we can do with another color to make it stand out. So you highlight the color you want to change. I mean, the part you want to change its color. You come to fonts. You pick the color again, and then you can change it to whatever you like. Well, I want it to be lighter, I want it to be dark, I want it to be green. Okay, you can change the color to whatever you like. Okay, and I feel, like I said, you can design more than you think, but I don't think for this basic training, I don't think we really need anything else. Ooh. Oh dear. I'm sorry, I didn't realize my phone is going off. Please help me let them know that my phone went off. I was carried away, I didn't see it. Okay, so this is it. And if I want to save it, it's File. Don't just click on Save and Go so that you don't end up looking for it. Save As, and then choose where you want it to go. So if I want it to go so where I don't, a new place, I click on Browse, and then Browse. I look for New Folder, but where is this folder going to sit? You have to look for the main folder before you create another folder. So I might say to myself, well, this is for year 12. Like year 12 here is like SS3. No, we have college here. So year 12 is those who've gone to college. They have to do 2 years college before they go to uni. So year 11 is SS3. So let's assume that I want to do this for year 12. I just click on year 12. The title is already there. Yeah, and I click Save. Now, if I want to find out whether it is there, all I need to do is go on to let me see how I can the document. You can see that document folder, that's fine. Everybody's phone again is different, but you can look for file manager on your phone or on the laptop. Just look for this sign as well, and then you have to have mapped out in your mind though where you put it. Then I know that it's year 12, and I've got a lot of things in year 12. So can you see? Now I need to go and type and look for end procrastination. You can see here it says search year 12. So because I know I'm already in year 12, I need to check end, and you can see the first one that came up, end procrastination, which I click. Because it's already open, it just comes straight back on there, and that's it. You're ready to deliver your course. You're ready to deliver your course. You can deliver it on oh wow, I don't know. Okay, don't worry, sorry. The Holy Spirit has a way of talking to me even when I'm doing stuff. So I'm hearing, this is the second time I'm hearing a particular training that needs to probably be done. So second time, I think we need to actually run that. Anyone knows about project management? I'm feeling seriously we need to get into project management, because this is the second time now I'm hearing Prince 2, and Prince 2 is about project management as well. So we would I need us to look into that at some point. Okay, so this is it. We are ready to train. You can, depending on the app you're using, you can actually train this on Facebook. You can train it on Facebook. I mean, do you want me to show us how to go about that? This is not on your phone, no. This one will be on your laptop. This one will be on our laptop. What do you think? Or do you want us to stop here and then you ask me questions? Hello, sir. Hello, ma. Oh, I see some people are messaging. Let's see. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma. Okay, it looks like we don't have any questions. Okay. So it's going to be available on the website. I will post it as soon as we are done. And I want to say thank you to everyone for joining. And see you
so much,
another time. You're welcome. Thank you, everyone, and bye for now.